This is another hole that's
rooted.
A little bit different now that the trees are down and surrounding the tee pad.
Yes, this one looked way different between that and then the new house they built right next to it.
Yeah, exactly.
This is always a fun hole. I was not expecting to see the house when I walked up to it. That looks pretty tasty. Oh, I think he caught the same tree I did.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely want to go straight for the most part of this fairway before, like you said earlier, just a little bit of a turn at the end.
It just got just enough stuff that you end up throwing this one straight and just putting back at the basket, essentially.
Yep. Oh, no.
Did we ever play this hole where they used to play the creek down at the bottom OB on this one? I feel like I played it that way, but it might have been one of the doubles events.
And it could have been one of the Adam Wright doubles or triples events, back in like 2010 or 11 or so.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I don't remember playing that, but it could have easily happened.
Because that would definitely make this hole a little extra pucker factor of don't kick and go left.
Yep.
Because Harper's kind of over where you end up a lot on this hole, just kind of down putting at it from up above it. Ooh,
wow.
Nice putt.
Very nice.
I'm going to watch that one again. He knew that one.
Knew it.
Yeah, you could see that step forward. He knew that was going in. That's always fun to do.
Oh, big putt at him.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was still the same distance out. I think all of us were about this within a couple feet of each other, probably.
Yep. Oh, clankety clank clank.
Yeah, that was one he's like, I think it's in. Nope, never mind.
Say.
But I'd still rather hit the band than hit the top of like old chain stars or something and watch them skip.
Oh yeah, or like an Earlwood with the domes where you just skip off the top no matter what.
Yeah, just watch the handicap one every time you miss. That was a good putt by Nathan.
Look, your first one looked really good. It didn't go inside. I thought I hit the tree, and then I thought I made it, and then it just kept on going. Now I have to make a 35 straight.
Well, 3 pars and a bird.
Hole 11, par 3, 225, kind of this up and over tee shot. You throw it about a little past halfway, and then it just bottom falls out of this hole as you drop down and a little to the right. And the basket is just short of this dry creek bed that is not OB on this hole. This is always such a funny little shot. I love this hole, but you never know what's happening.
Oh yeah, such a touchy feely shot, and it'll look great and then do something like that and you didn't even know it.
Well, you would have when he threw that shot from the tee, it looks like he would have been parked or long, and he ends up hitting that tree and stopping. But it's so much of a drop over this hill.
Just stay straight, why don't you?
I think I got away with that. I ended up on the bridge or the pathway somewhere over there.
So you still have a decent putt.
Oh yeah, anything looking halfway close to this basket is good.
Especially back uphill.
Yes, you'd definitely rather have back uphill. That's hang out in the creek. Happens a lot on this hole.
You basically throw this one and walk down. Yeah, I was just trying to do
Yeah.
Have you seen on
You got a little bit of roll down. This is the putt you really don't ever want to have on this hole, but
Yeah.
you have it a lot.
Oh,
it's just
boy.
so hard to putt down enough on that.
Uh-oh, Dylan's got the hat backwards.
Well, it's game on now with the hat backwards.
Over the top, back in the 80s.
Nathan did the thing you'd like to do every once in a while is get all the way across the creek.
Yeah, have that level putt back at it.
Yeah. I ended up on this walkway over here. Not a bad spot to be.
Oh man.
I decided not to make that one, I guess.
Well, dang. Because that's usually like the best footing you could ask for if you go past the basket.
Yeah, end up right on the little path there.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Nice save for par by Hunter.
Yeah, you'd like to make the birdies on this one, but It's not the worst thing in the world.
Hole 12, par 3, 335 feet. First half of the fairway is going straight up the hill. You kind of want to push this left side here before you have it turn over. You definitely don't want to turn over too early and that thick stuff on the right there. And then once it gets down to the green, it kind of opens up a little bit on both sides with a couple last guardian trees right next to the basket.
This might be my favorite hole on the course.
I do enjoy it as well.
It's such a good blind shot over top of this hill. Feels like you throw it well and you walk up there and you're just wrong half the time. Oh! Yeah, he gave the catch cam a little bit of a run there, didn't he? I don't feel like this was the original tee pad on this basket, but I could be wrong. This little chunk of holes is different than it was originally.
All right, I guess I came after they had already redone it because I don't remember anyone besides that one.
Yeah, I feel like these two were... I don't remember because the next hole is new, was one of the new ones, and they moved like... I feel like this one and the next one after were something different. Like, they still played something similar, but they're not quite the same. Whoa!
Yeah.
That's how I didn't think he went that long from the tee, but wow. I feel like most players probably should be throwing a mid on this hole, but I feel like sometimes they get up and just rip a fairway and they just go long. But
yeah,
these guys are also kids and throw farther than me, so.
Bang. Very nice. Little redemption after the last putt on the last hole.
Yeah. Couldn't make the shorter on the last couple holes, but I can make that one.
Oh, man.
Yeah, this is kind of what happens on this hole. You end up just a little long. You think you threw it well, and you end up in the woods with some sort of slightly strange putt, but...
Very nice.
I don't think Nathan had a problem with that.
Yeah. Lily did a little yoga.
Three birdies on that is pretty solid.
Oh, very much so.
Hole 13, par 3, 330 feet. This is definitely the super bonus hole to get if you get it. Kind of got to take something kind of high speed, get it up here near this corner set of trees, either go just inside them or just around them, and just hope it fights its way up to get somewhere near circle's edge, maybe a 40-footer. If you park this hole, you've done something very, very, very well.
I think this is probably the number one bonus birdie. If you get a deuce here, you're pretty much making up strokes on folks.
If you call it, it's okay. You're allowed to get lucky if you say it halfway through the flight. Yeah.
A few times I've seen it parked, I've been like inside left and just gotten all the way up there.
Yep.
See, you should have said something. It would have worked. I'm giving out these pro tips for free, people.
This hole I know was not on the original layout. This is definitely one that was newer. But newer mean it's 20 years old.
Yeah.
That was a fun little tip.
Throwing way too much disc on a 330-foot hole to hope it gets there.
Yeah. Hope it gets skinny.
Not bad to have a hole or two like this on a course, because especially one that's as birdieable as this whole course is, to have something that's very difficult. Par 3 isn't a bad.
Yeah. I think having this in 5 makes a little bit of balance between the ones that you have to deuce, really.
Yeah, and this one you just kind of, you'd love to get, but you're perfectly fine not taking a 4 or 5, because you can you'll watch people take bogeys on this a lot.
Oh, wow. I thought he was going to walk that one in, too.
Oh, I thought when he started moving, he had made it. This is kind of the range you end up with, where Harper and I and stuff are over here. You get a putt at it, but...
Very nice.
Yeah, he's keeping that hot putter going. That's been his range today, is that right outside circle. Oh no.
Man.
That's just the bogeys that happen on this hole when you're out of position off the tee. Because it's hard to approach this green. It's actually more guarded than you think.
Yeah, yep. Getting 3/4 of the way down on the tee shots sometimes is success, whether you have a deuce putt or not.
Yeah, just to get away from... I've taken way too many bogeys on this hole over the years.
Yep. Hole 14, par 3, 305. First half of the hole goes down the hill and then crosses the creek and then straight up the hill on the other side. Kind of a tight fairway all the way along, and a little bit of a ceiling. You start off up the hill, so a lot to deal with, and then you have a undulated green also, so it's a nice deuce to get.
Yeah, this hole gives you some extra rollaways and moves that you don't think about sometimes. Not a bad shot. This is kind of where you end up a lot of this hole.
Yep.
A little short and left right on circle's edge, but with a putt.
Yep.
Really,
and still fortunate you got the uphill putt.
Best way to get the hole is to kind of attack it on the inside with something understable and stand it up.
That's
and
right.
Not play way out wide. To actually park it. Otherwise, you just hang out over here. Like it started where I wanted to, but Becky throw it, it stands up. Like it's
Just a little fluffy. Yeah, that's how it's done. That's a great shot.
Very nice.
He got it to almost. Like our baby shot.
Another very nice shot. It's like that
yeah,
one stood up good
most
for
of
him.
us ended up just over here. Oh, that was never high enough.
Boom.
Yeah, that was put straight in the basket.
Yeah. That looked like an MP40 putt there.
Yeah, that looked like a tired putt, didn't it? Nathan shows us how to get it over the rim like you're supposed to. There we go. Good bounce back by Dylan after the bogey on the last hole.
Yep.
Go.
Another nice bird.
Yeah, that's where you'd like your drive to end up with, but doesn't always happen on this hole. I'll take my scraggly little par and move along. Hole 15, par 3, 250-foot hyzer around this corner. Almost a bit of a button hook as far as how the basket is tucked just around this corner. You just want to throw a high stall shot and let it drift back down to the basket. It's a nice little hole to get if you can get to it.
Definitely want to push that right side and kind of flip as you go.
Yes, otherwise you end up top a lot like this.
Yep.
I've always liked this hole, but I don't always score well on it.
Yeah.
This is another one I feel like we used to play the Creek OB in the doubles championship.
Yep. And they had another basket location a little bit short of this one, up on that ridge.
I think most players probably throw a putter on this hole, I'd imagine. Maybe a mid. I commented for myself there. I didn't have to do anything.
Ahead of time.
Yeah, this is the normal look on the misses, just straight down the hill.
Oh. Back-to-back tired old-timer putts.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're old and it's the second round of the day.
Hadn't had your proper nap.
Yeah, no. Didn't have enough time at lunch to get lunch and take a nap and then get up and then play. But oh, he hasn't done that all day.
Wow.
That was his first kind of not right putt, but can't complain about the rest of his rounds putting.
Yeah.
At least Harper got the birdie there. That's one good one. And Nathan's down there kind of where you'd get to on your putt from down the hill. And when the OB's down there, you'd be slightly worried about going OB back there.
It's weird that the creek is filled in, all washed out.
The problem is it's there.
What? It's underground, isn't it? Yeah, it's just dropped under.
There.
Hole 16, par 3, 265 feet. Go straight for about 2/3 of the way, and then a little slight bend to the right. Guessing most people are going to throw righty forehand or a righty backhand turnover. A little bit of a slope to the green.
Yeah, welcome to the hole that most people, when they play this course the first time, throw to the wrong basket.
Yeah, I played that basket wrong so many times.
As you see, the hole straight away is not the hole you plan to.
Wrong one. Wrong one.
That looks good.
Oh, right. I think you just listening to
You don't mean the road to the left.
Right, yeah, I don't think so.
Nice ground play there.
That's good.
Yeah, that's a good park job. I love this hole, but I have messed it up so many times over the years.
Huh. You'd think it was set up pretty nice for your comment.
It is, but it's very easy to do what I just did there. And I turned my turnover disc for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, you don't
Let's put
have
the
to
flippy
actually.
one on any.
You don't have to turn the disc at all on the back end on this one. You end up inside the circle, but pretty easy to mess up.
Go.
Harper with the little tap in. He's picked his
Very
round back
nice.
up.
Yeah.
On to hole 17, little downhill par 3, 230 footer. Nothing crazy. You just want to get a nice shot started kind of flat out of your hand. Let it chase down almost to the bottom of the hill, hit the ground, and slide up towards the pin. The creek bed you see on the left and behind the basket is not out of bounds. This is the hole I always remember that I always wanted them to play when we did singles, play the creek OB.
Yeah.
Just to make the 2 and 3 stroke swings happen on 17. That looks like a good shot. Yeah. Get it on the
Very
ground a
nice.
little early
Oh,
and
yeah.
slide up to it. Yeah. Because I feel like I remember, I think I remember losing a South Carolina doubles event, watching Sarah and Aaron park this hole and walk away. That's another good shot. Everyone should be down there pretty easily on this hole. We should, as pros, you should get this hole pretty simply.
Speaking of losing a SC doubles event, that was my first pro win. Me and Coral, when we took you and Ant down.
Oh yeah. I've had some fun at those events over the years. They were a lot of fun to play.
We had a blast that weekend. I think we played 3 out of the 4 rounds together.
Probably did. I feel like I remember that year. There's Nathan a little back there, not too far back.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Little top
There's
shelf
his-
action.
There's his putt back though after missing a couple.
Another nice bird.
Yeah. Need some birds after this slow back 9.
Yeah.
Had a great front 9 to just kind of wander into slow land.
It looks like you're just a couple of, just a couple of short putts away from, a good back 9 as well.
Yeah, it just wasn't quite putting the disc in the basket quite as easily as the front 9.
Oh yeah. I think there was a full foot.
Hole 18, par 3, 240 feet. A little bit tight off the tee pad, and then a pretty good slope to the fairway on the second half of the fairway. Most righties are throwing a forehand or a backhand turnover, and the green has a couple of guardian trees right before you get to it.
This is a hole on this course I never know what I'm going to throw until I walk up to it. Oh, that was a good shot.
Glad the leaves held onto that one.
There's so many ways to play this hole, but it's all about getting past those last couple of trees without a bad reaction and rolling down the hill.
Yep.
It kind of tugged out a little bit, but
Oh, there's that reaction you were talking about.
there's the roll down the hill, yeah.
And most people are throwing forehands or throwing either a fairway driver or a driver, so that reaction's kind of compounded being a driver.
Oh, yeah. I used to throw the backhand all the time, and I'm not really sure why I didn't today.
Nice.
There we go.
Oh,
The limb's in the way you
looked like it tickled that limb.
Yeah, it looked like it went through the basket almost.
Nice. Very good one to finish up on.
That helps to get that hole to end around with.
Oh, yeah.
There you go, Dylan. He's had a bit of a rough round, but at least get some birdies to end with.
Yep. Three out of 4 ain't bad on this one.
Yeah, he had the putt you want, that little tap in.
Yeah. Especially
He
being
loved it.
the same height as the basket.
Yes. This one, a lot of times you just end up with a very much an uphill putt.
After 18, looks like Ben Wolf came off the chase card to lead at 18 down with a 13 down round. Nathaniel Johnson at 18, MJ at 18, three-way tie up top. Harper at 17, Rico at 16. We'll see y'all next round.